Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making this beautiful jewel tone lotus wrap. This wrap is so fabulous. We are making motifs and then we are going to be attaching each one as we go. It is so fun. And then we're making a nice simple border because each motif itself is just so extravagant. It is so lovely. And the yarn I'm using today is provided by Red Heart Yarns. This one is Super Saver in Stripes. This one is probably my new favorite yarn because it is so absolutely gorgeous. And hint hint, these colors are the colors of my wedding. So I'm super excited that these colors came in, and I'm definitely using more of this yarn. So this specific yarn I'm using, Red Heart Super Saver Stripes, is in the color Polo Stripe. If you want to get the same exact color as me in this project, you can, but there are multiple colors that they provide. And this yarn is a size 4 medium yarn, so it's similar to, it's a little thicker than a double knitting yarn. It's almost like an Aran yarn. So you can use a double knitting yarn or an Aran yarn, or this one is called a worsted weight yarn, which would be best to use in this project. This is 100% acrylic yarn. So it's nice and warm if you want to use it in the summer or in the winter or on a summer evening if it's nice and chilly outside or at the beach or something. So these come in 236 yards of each ball. So I used 2.5 skeins, so that came out to be about 600 yards total for this project. So you're going to need about 2.5 skeins. So just get 3 skeins of this and you'll have a little extra. Maybe you can make a hat or something out of this extra. The crochet hook we are using today is a J hook, which is 6 millimeters. So that's the hook you're going to use. This specific hook that I'm using today is ergonomic. It is hand carved, handcrafted, a wooden hook, and you can see it's fixed on that nice metal hook there. And you can get these specific hooks at the Etsy shop Would Be Fancy. I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can get the same one as me, because these are selling so fast and they're always you know, on that shop. So you can go check that out on Etsy. Also, you're going to need a scissor and a yarn needle for this project because we are going to cut our yarn, sew in some ends, actually sewing in a lot of ends because each piece is made separately and then we are attaching them as we go. So there's going to be quite a few ends to make here. Now this piece is a long wrap and it measures 53 inches long and 16 inches wide, but you can make this as big as you want. So what I show you in this video is how to attach all 4 of these here, and then you can go on, because it's a repeat of 3 and 4 here. We're just attaching, and you can attach, you know, do 3 up in a row, or you can just do the 2 that I show you here, and you can make this as long as you want. You can see here it is super long, so that is just gorgeous with that color and everything. It is so beautiful. So I'm really happy with the outcome of this yarn and this project. It's gorgeous. So before we begin, I do have to mention there are links in the description of this video. You'll get the free written pattern on my website, YARNutopia.com, and while you're there, why not support YARNutopia? In the right hand sidebar on my website, there is a support button, so you can support YARNutopia so we can keep bringing you these fantastic clear crochet tutorials for your pleasure. Also, make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and if you make this or any of my projects, make sure to share your photos on Facebook and Instagram and hashtag YARNutopia, and you can even tag me in your photos so that I can definitely see them. I am really seeing a lot of projects that everybody's been tagging me in, and I just absolutely love seeing them, so make sure you do that. Follow me on Snapchat. I do behind the scenes clips here and there of what we do at YARNutopia headquarters, aka my home, and I do have to say a huge thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos at YARNutopia, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. That is very important. Subscribe to our channel here on YouTube so we can get that, you can get an update on when we post our next video. So now let's just get started and make this a beautiful jewel tone lotus wrap. Let's start by making the very first motif of this shawl. We're going to make a slip knot, so put your short end over your long end, then fold that down and pull that long end through, and then pull tight, and there's your slip knot. Insert your hook, and we can start by chaining 4, so yarn over and pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to go all the way to the first chain way over here and make a slip stitch to form a ring. So go into the very first chain, then you can kind of pinch your work like this, then yarn over and pull through that loop on your hook. Okay, so we've created a ring. Now if you know how to start with the magic ring, you can start that way, but I am going to go right into round 1. We are going to work into this ring. First we're going to chain 1. Okay, and then we're going to put 8 single crochets into this ring. So go into the ring, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a single crochet. So again, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. That's 2. Here's 3 and 4. Here's 5. 6. You can see I'm working in a circular form also all the way around the ring. And 8. Okay, so just count back if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet, okay, not this chain of 1 right here. We're going to go into the first single crochet and then yarn over and pull through, okay, for a slip stitch. And that was round 1. Awesome. Going on to round 2 right away, we are going to chain up 1, okay, and we're going to make a puff stitch in that same stitch that we just slip stitched into. So a puff stitch, we are going to yarn over, go into that stitch, then yarn over and pull through and kind of pull up just a hair on your hook there. So you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and go back into that stitch. Then yarn over and pull through. So now we have 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over, go back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull through. There's 7 loops on your hook. We have to do that one more time. So yarn over and go back in, yarn over and pull through. Now we have 9 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through all 9 loops, just like that, and there's your puff stitch. Now we're going to chain 1 to secure that, so yarn over and pull through, and there it is. So we're going to puff stitch and chain 1 in each stitch around. So hop to this very next stitch right here, yarn over and go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through. There's 5 loops, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through. There's 7, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and there's 9. So then yarn over and pull through all 9 loops on your hook, and then chain 1. Okay, so I'm going to do that all the way around in each stitch. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll meet you up for round 3. Alright, just finishing round 2 here. I have to chain that 1, and we're going to slip stitch to the first puff stitch. But what I'm actually going to do, you can see here, here's my chain up 1, and then here's my puff stitch, and then here's my chain 1 after my puff stitch. I'm actually going to go into that, okay, because I noticed when I slip stitched into this puff stitch, there creates like a big gap hole kind of between the stitch and my puff stitch. So I'm just actually going to go into the chain 1 into the chain actually. So underneath those 2 loops right there, I'm going to go into there and then yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook and then pull tight. That way it's kind of invisible and you can't really see that gap there. Okay, so that's what round 2 looks like. Now going on to round 3, we are going to work in the chain 1 spaces between our puff stitches. So I'm going to go into this chain 1 space right here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through for a slip stitch. So now I am in the chain 1 space. And now we're going to chain 4. So yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to hop to the next chain 1 space, so you might have to, you know, pull these apart a little bit to see your space there. And we're just going to slip stitch. So go in, then yarn over and pull through and pull through. And we're going to do that all the way around, so we'll have these chain 4 spaces, 8 of those by the end of this round. We'll chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, hop to the next chain 1 space right here, and slip stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, so just do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for round 4. Alright, I'm just finishing up round 3 here. I'm just going to chain my last 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we are going to slip stitch in the first chain of our beginning chain 4. So you can see here is our slip stitch into that chain 1 space, and then the first chain of our chain 4 here is right here. So we're going to go in to there, okay, yarn over and pull through for a slip stitch, just like that. Now we are going to start in a chain 4 space, okay, for round 4 here. I'm going to slip stitch into this chain 4 space, and I'm going to chain up 1. So yarn over and pull through, just like that. So we are in the chain 4 space now, and we're going to put a series of stitches in each chain 4 space. We are going to put a single crochet, so go into this chain 4 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We are going to put a half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet. Then we're going to double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through those other 2 loops. Okay, that's a double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, so yarn over and pull through 1 and 2, and we're going to do those 3 stitches backwards. So we're going to, if you need to, scoot these over so you have more room. We're going to double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And last stitch in this chain space here, we're going to single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so we've just made a cute little pointed petal. Lovely. So we're going to do those series of stitches in each chain 4 space. So hop into the next chain 4 space right here. We're going to single crochet, then half double crochet, then double crochet, then chain 2, 1 and 2, then double crochet, then half double crochet, and then single crochet. And there's another petal. So then hop to the next chain space and repeat. So do that all the way around for round 4, and I'll meet you up for round 5. Alright, when you're finished with your last petal, we are going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round. Okay, so not this chain up 1 over here. We're going to go into the single crochet, and then yarn over and pull through and through for a slip stitch to close that round. Okay, so this is a cute little flower here. It's really cute. So now we're going to go on to round 5. We're going to slip stitch into each of these next 2 stitches and then into this chain 2 space. So go into this half double crochet, yarn over, pull through and pull through, but don't pull too tight. Okay, we still want it to look like a stitch. Then go into this double crochet stitch right here, yarn over, pull through, and into this chain 2 space here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Alright, now we're going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through, and we're going to single crochet into that chain 2 space. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now we're going to chain 6. Yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to go all the way to the next chain 2 space of this petal over here and single crochet in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hop to the next chain 2 space of this petal here and single crochet in there. Okay, so do that all the way around and I'll meet you up for round 7. Sorry, I meant I'd meet you up for round 6. We are going on to round 6 now. Finishing round 5, you want to chain your last 6 and then slip stitch to this first single crochet here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And now we can go on to round 6. So round 6 is starting in a chain space here. So let's slip stitch into this one. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. And now we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that is going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And in this chain 6 space here, we are going to put a series of stitches. First off, for our first chain 6 space, we are going to put 2 double crochets. So yarn over, go into the chain 6 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. Then we are going to make a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go into the chain space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through 2 more loops, and then yarn over and pull through those other 2 loops. That's a treble crochet, just makes it much taller. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to treble crochet again into this chain 6 space. So yarn over twice, go into the chain 6 space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And then we're going to put 3 double crochets in there as well. So just yarn over once for a double crochet, go into the chain 6 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So there's 1, here's 2, and 3. Okay, so we made those stitches in there. There should be 8 stitches in total, with this chain up 3 counting as a stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, then a chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to hop into the next chain 6 space and put those series of stitches in each space around. So 3 double crochets, okay, so yarn over, hop into this next chain 6 space and put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then a treble crochet, so remember to yarn over twice for a treble crochet. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, then treble crochet again in that chain 6 space, and then put 3 more double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then just repeat. So there we go. That's how it's going to look. So we're going to do that in each chain space around. So 3 double crochets, a treble crochet, then chain 2, then another treble crochet, and 3 more double crochets. And then hop to the next and do the same thing. So I'm going to do that for round 6, and then I'll meet you up for our round 7. Alright, finishing round 6, we are going to slip stitch to the first chain up 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Just go into there, and then yarn over and pull through and through. Okay, so this is what your piece should look like. Now, round 7 is different for almost all of the pieces, the motifs that we're going to be making. So I'll show you right now how to make our first the first square that you're gonna make, okay? The first motif of your project, and then after that I will show you how to make and attach as you go. So round 7 of your first motif, we are going to slip stitch into these 3 stitches here. So go into this next double crochet, yarn over, pull through, and pull through, slip stitch into this next double crochet here, and slip stitch into this treble crochet here, and then slip stitch into the chain 2 space right here. We want to start in a chain 2 space. Okay, we are going to come back around and work into these 2 stitches here, but don't worry about that right now. Let's chain up 1 and single crochet into that same chain 2 space. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We are going to skip these 2 stitches and we are going to double crochet these 2 together. So yarn over, skip this stitch and this stitch, and go into this stitch right here. Okay, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. But hold these 2 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over, then go into the very next stitch right here, then yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. Okay, and that is a double crochet 2 together. Now we are going to make the corner of our square here. So let's chain 6, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we are going to double crochet these next 2 stitches together. So let's do that again. Let's yarn over, go into this next stitch right here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and then go into the next stitch here, then yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. Okay, so this chain 6 space right here is our corner. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We are going to hop into this chain 2 space right here and single crochet in there. Just like that. Now we are going to work the side of our square here. So let's chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Skip these 2 stitches right here, 1 and 2, and double crochet these 2 together. So yarn over, go into that first one, then yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go into the next, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have the 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Now instead of chaining 6 at this point, because after this first double crochet 2 together we chained 6, we are only going to chain 3 because this is the side of our square. So let's chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and double crochet these very next 2 stitches together. Okay, then we're going to chain 3 after that one, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet in the next chain 2 space right here. And then we're just going to repeat what we did from this part here, because this is like there, and we're going to repeat all through here. Okay, so you can see the corner here, and then it's flat on this side, so now we have to make a corner. So let's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, skip 2 stitches, double crochet these 2 together. Okay, then for the corner, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then double crochet the very next 2 stitches together, and that creates our corner. Okay, then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet into this next chain 2 space here. Now we're going to make the side, so you can see the corner right there. Okay, corner. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, and double crochet 2 together. Then instead of chaining 6, because this is the side, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet the next 2 stitches together. And then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the next chain 2 space here. and then we're just going to repeat. So you can see I'm more than halfway done here, so if you need to, just rewind this to see this corner. I'm going to make the next corner and the next side, and then one more corner over here, and then when I come back around, I will meet you up and we'll go on to the next step together. Alright, finishing this round, we are going to, as you can see, I did one of these double crochet 2 togethers. We're finishing on a side. We started right here. Okay, so we're finishing right here. We are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're finishing on a side. Now you can see our beginning chain of 3 right here and this next stitch. We're going to double crochet those 2 together. Okay, that finishes this round. So yarn over, go into the chain of 3, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round right in here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. And now we can fasten off square number 1. So let's chain 1, grab our scissors and cut your yarn, and then pull that through, pull it tight. And you can see here, if you need to, you can block this. This should be an 8-inch square at this point. You can see there is this sort of square shape. Okay, it will take better shape when we attach our pieces as we go along this piece, making this shawl, but this is kind of a outline here. What I'm going to do as I go is sew in my ends. So I'm going to flip this over. You can see this end in the middle here. We're going to sew that in. So I just yarn my needle, and I'm going underneath at the base of the stitches of round 1, and I'm just sewing in this end. Okay, and then kind of enclosing in that circle too, in that little hole. Okay. Just like that, and then cut any extra. Be very careful with your scissors when you're working. You don't want to cut yourself or anything. Okay, so then just this end also, just going underneath these stitches, pulling that through, and sewing this in. And you can go through and then stretch it out, and then cut any extra. Okay, just like that. And there it is. So that is square number 1. Now every square after this, we are only doing the repeat of round 1 through 6, and then round 7 is the attaching round, and we will attach as we go. So what I need you to do now is rewind this to do rounds 1 through 6. Okay, I will meet you up after I finish round 6 of my second square, and we'll go on to round 7 of our second square together, and I'll show you how to attach as you go. Alright, so I just finished round 6 of my second square here. This is what round 6, finishing the second one. We're going to slip stitch to the first chain of 3 here. Now going on to round 7 of the second square, we are going to start out just like we did the last one. Slip stitch into these first 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3, and into the chain 2 space here. And then we're going to chain up 1 and single crochet in there. Okay, now what we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip these 2 stitches here, and double crochet these 2 together. So yarn over, go into this one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. Now this is where the next we're going to attach. So let's chain 3. Okay, we would normally chain 6 to make the corner. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to remove our hook from here, grab our other square. Okay, we're going to go into the top of this corner of the chain 6 of this square, and we're going to hook this back onto our hook. Just like that. We're going to pull that part through, and we're going to hook over our yarn and pull through to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. So essentially we did chain 6, but our fourth chain is worked around the chain 6 space of the other square. Then we're going to double crochet these two together. So come back to this square here. We're going to yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, now what we're going to do, I'm just going to set this down for a second and show you, we are going to attach the sides, just this one side together. Okay, so these two are going to lay next to each other. So what we're going to do is chain 1, so yarn over, pull through 1. We're going to hold this, I just like to pinch this with my fingers here, and then go into this square here, the very next chain 3 space right here. Okay, we're going to go in and then hook that back onto our hook, pull it through that chain space there of that other square, square number 1, then chain 2, 1 and 2. Our second chain of that chain 3 is wrapped around the chain 3 of that other square, just like that. Then we're going to single crochet into this chain 2 space of square number 2. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, now we're going to make the side, so let's chain 1, so yarn over, pull through 1, hold that, go into the very next chain 3 space right here after this chain, or this single crochet in this chain 2 space of the square number 1, go into this chain 3 space here, and then hook that back on your hook there. Okay, pull that through, chain 2, 1 and 2. Now we're going to skip this next stitch and this next stitch, and we're going to double crochet these two together. So yarn over, go in to this one right here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3. Since this is the side, we are going to make the side by chaining 1, pinching that, going into the very next chain 3 space of square number 1 here, right here between these two double crochet 2 together stitches. We're going to hook that back on the hook, pull it through, and then chain 2, 1 and 2. So that's attached, and now we're going to double crochet 2 together on this square number 2. So yarn over, go in to this very next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, we're going to attach to the next chain 3 space of square number 1, so let's chain 1, pinch that, go into the next chain 3 space here, hook that back on the hook, pull it through, then chain 2, 1 and 2. And we're going to single crochet into this chain 2 space of square number 2. Just like that. Okay, we're going to attach to this next chain 3 space here, so let's chain 1, pinch that, go into this chain 3 space here, hook that back on, pull that through, yarn over, pull through 1 here, chain 1 and chain 2, just like that. Then we are going to make our corner, so let's double crochet 2 together. Skip this stitch here, skip this stitch here, and then double crochet these 2 together right here. Okay, and then we're going to attach now to the chain 6 space the corner. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, pinch this, go into the chain 6 space of this corner on piece number 1, hook that back on your hook and pull it through, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we can go about doing the rest of round 7 on square number 2 without having to attach anything. So let's double crochet these next 2 stitches together on piece number 2. Okay, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in this chain 2 space, chain 3, then double crochet 2 together. Well, skip these 2 stitches here, and then double crochet these 2 together. Okay, I'm going to go a little faster now because it's exactly the same now as square number 1's round 7 here. So we're just finishing off this. So this is a side, so we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet 2 together. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet in the chain 2 space here. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Can turn this here. We're going to double crochet 2 together, skipping this stitch and this stitch. Okay, so it's the last 2 stitches of this grouping here. We're double crocheting 2 together. Okay, since we're in the corner now, we are going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then double crochet 2 together. Okay, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the chain 2 space, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, oopsie, and double crochet 2 together, then chain 3, since we're on the side now, 1, 2, 3, then double crochet the very next 2 stitches together, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the chain 2 space here. Okay, we just have to make one more corner here. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches and double crochet the next 2 together. Then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then double crochet the very next 2 stitches together. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the chain 2 space, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches and double crochet 2 together. Oh, we're almost done with this round here. Let's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet these next 2 stitches together, which this one is our chain of 3 right here. So go in there. There we go. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round, and then we can fasten off square number 2. So let's chain 1 and cut our yarn, pull that through and pull it tight, and then stretch this out, and you can see how they attached. Okay, so this is square number 1, and we just attached square number 2 right there. It kind of looks braided. It's so beautiful how that just attached really nicely. So now, what I need you to do, now this is up to you now. Square number 3 is your choice where you want to put it. You can put square number 3 right here and do a panel of 3 across, or like 3 down. So your piece can be 3 of these wide, and then you can make them, we're going to go like this, and then up and kind of like a zigzag, okay? Or you can just have the 2, which I'm going to just do the 2, and I'm going to attach square number 3 either right here or right here. It doesn't matter. It's the same. So I'm going to make square number 3, and then I'll meet you up. We'll do repeat rounds 1 through 6 for square number 3, and then I'll meet you up when we attach for round 7. Alright, so I just finished round 6 of piece number 3, and now we have to do round 7, but round 7 is attaching to our main pieces here. So I'm going to attach this to this square here. It's basically exactly like piece number 2. We're just attaching to one piece and one side, so just this section here. So let's start out by slip stitching into each stitch until we get to the chain 2 space. Okay, and I go a little slower in when I attached piece number 2 to piece number 1. I went a little slower, and that's how we're going to do this, but I'm going to do it a little bit faster now. So we're going to slip stitch into this chain 2 space here. We're going to chain up 1 and single crochet into that same space. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to double crochet 2 together in here. So we're skipping these 2 stitches, and then we're going to double crochet these next 2 together. Okay. Now we are making the corner, so let's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, pinch those 2, go into the corner of this piece here, okay, from the top into it, then hook that back on the hook, that loop there, pull it through, and then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then back onto this piece number 3 here, we're going to double crochet the next 2 stitches together. And then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to pinch that, remove our hook. We're going to go into the very next chain 3 space of this piece here from the top inward and hook that back on the hook and then chain 2. Then we're going to go into this chain 2 space of piece number 3 and single crochet in there. Then we're going to chain 1, pinch that, remove the hook, go into the very next chain 3 space on this piece here, hook that back on the hook and pull it through, and then chain 2, 1 and 2. Then we're going to double crochet 2 together here. We're going to skip these 2 stitches and then double crochet 2 together on piece number 3. And then we're going to chain 1, pinch that, remove our hook, go into the next chain 3 space, which should be between these 2 double crochet 2 together stitches here. Hook that back on the hook and pull it through, and chain 2, 1 and 2. Then double crochet 2 together right away on piece number 3, and then chain 1. Pinch that, remove your hook, go into the next chain 3 space right here, and hook that back on your hook, and chain 2, 1 and 2. Then, oops, we have a tangle here. We're going to single crochet into this chain 2 space here, then chain 1, pinch that, remove the hook, go into the next chain 3 space right here and through the top, and then hook that back on, pull that through, chain 2, 1 and 2. Now we're going to double crochet 2 together, skip this stitch, and then double crochet these next 2 together on piece number 3. And now we're at the corner, so we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, remove the hook, pinch that, go into this corner here, this chain 6 space of this piece, okay, hook that back on, pull it through, and then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we are done attaching this piece to this piece here, so now we're just going to continue working what we did for piece number 1 and 2, just finishing the round. Actually, for piece number 2. This piece number 3 is basically a repeat of piece number 2. So if you need to rewind this to see how we attached piece number 2, you can attach piece number 3 exactly the same. Then what we're going to do after I attach, or fully attach and fully finish this round 7 of piece number 3, I am going to meet you back up, and we are going to work on attaching piece number, actually what I need you to do is finish this round here. Okay, we have 3 pieces attached. Okay, I'm going to finish this round. Then I need you to do rounds 1 through 6 again for a new piece, piece number 4. And piece number 4 is now being attached to 1 and 2 sides here. We're attaching it to like an L shape here. So I'm going to make rounds 1 through 6 of piece number 4. And then when we get back, I'll show you how to attach round 7 of piece number 4. Okay, so I just finished round 7 here of piece number 3, and I'm fastening off. So we just had to chain 1, cut that, pull it through, and pull tight. And I'll sew that in a minute. So now we have the 3 pieces here. I just finished that round there. So now grab piece number 4. We have rounds 1 through 6 done. Okay, and we're going to attach it here, but like I said, we're going to attach this side and this side. And then the rest of this pattern is basically repeating 3 and 4. We're just going to do 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, just like that. So I am going to show you piece number 4, and then I'll let you be on your own to make the rest of your shawl. So let's set, or actually we're going to set this over here. Okay, I'm going to attach into this starting, and then we're going to move across here, then we're going to come into here, and actually it's going to be really confusing because these two we want to connect into our piece, and then we're going to come through here, and our yarn is going to come through here, and it's going to be a little annoying for the round, but then once we cut our yarn, it's all good, and I'll explain it when we get there. So I've slip stitched into, I did round number 6, and then I slip stitched into these 3 stitches and into this chain 2 space here. So now we are going to, I chained up 1 there, I'm going to single crochet in there, and then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to skip these 2 stitches, and we're going to double crochet these ones together, just like that. Then we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to pinch that, go into this chain 6 space of this piece here. So this was 1, 2, and 3. Now this is piece number 3. We're going into right in here, and then hooking that on, pulling that through, and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to double crochet 2 together on piece number 4. And then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to remove our hook, go into the next chain 3 space on piece number 3, hook that back on and pull it through, and then chain 2. 1 and 2. Then we're going to single crochet into the chain 2 space here, and then chain 1. Then remove the hook, go into the next chain 3 space on piece number 3 here, right there, hook that back on and pull it through, and then chain 2. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches on piece number 4, and we're going to double crochet 2 together. Then we're going to chain 1, and then pinch that, remove the hook, go into the next chain 3 space, which should be between these 2 double crochet 2 together stitches here, hook that back on, pull it through, chain 2. 1 and 2. Then double crochet 2 together on piece number 4, just like that, and then chain 1. Then pinch that, remove it, go into the next chain 3 space here on piece number 3, hook that back on, pull it through, and chain 2. Then single crochet into the next chain 2 space on piece number 4, and then chain 1. Pinch that, remove that, go into this chain 3 space on piece number 3, hook that back on and pull that through, and chain 2. And then we are going to skip 2 stitches and double crochet 2 together. And now we are going to make the corner. So what we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to remove this. Okay, we're going to hook it into this chain 6 space. You can see piece number 1 and 3 here, piece 1, 3. This chain 6 space right here from the top, hook that on, pull that through, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do is remove the hook. Okay, we're going to go into this second piece now, into this corner, and what we're going to do actually is hook, we're going in from the top, hooking this on, okay, but we're pulling this loop and our yarn through, okay, and we're just going to keep pulling this now so we can work on the yarn using it in this space. And you're going to have to pull a lot because we're going to work around the whole piece, and the yarn is now going to come out of this chain 6 space. I don't really have a good idea on how to know how much we're going to use, so I just pull a lot, just like that. Okay, and now we are working with this yarn that's coming out of this chain 6 space. Okay, and it's just for the rest of this piece until we get to the end when we cut our yarn. So now what we're going to do is yarn over, go into the next stitches, and double crochet 2 together. Okay, this is on piece number 4. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to chain 1, pinch this, remove our hook. Okay, now we're going to be attaching piece number 2 and 4 here. Okay, so now I'm turning this like this. We're going to go into this next chain 3 space on this piece here and hook this on, pull it through, and then chain 2. 1 and 2. Then single crochet into this next chain 2 space of piece number 4, then chain 1, hold that, remove your hook, go into the next chain 3 space of piece number 2 here, hook that in there, chain 2, 1 and 2. Then skip the next 2 stitches and double crochet 2 together on piece number 4, and then chain 1, pinch that, remove your hook, go into the next chain 3 space of this piece here. Okay, hook that back on, pull it through, and chain 2, 1 and 2. Then double crochet 2 together on piece number 4, and then chain 1. Okay, so it's basically repeating what we attached this first side. Okay, we're just doing it twice in a row now. Okay, so we're almost done here. Hook on into this next chain 3 space, hook that back on, and then chain 2. Then single crochet into the next chain 2 space here, and then chain 1, then go into the next chain 3 space on this piece here, and then pull this through, chain 2. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches and double crochet 2 together, and then we can attach the corner. So let's chain 3, pinch that, go into the corner chain 6 space of this piece over here. Okay, sorry, this is kind of distracting. And then pull that through, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet 2 together. Okay, and now we are going to do our round just like we would normally, like how we did in piece number 1. Just remember the yarn is coming out of this chain 6 space until we get back around to the beginning, and then we will be able to cut that. So I'm just going to continue here. You can watch. We're going to chain 3, single crochet into this next space, then chain 3, double crochet those 2 together. We're going to skip 2 and then double crochet 2 together, just like that. Then chain 3, double crochet the next 2 stitches together, then chain 3 and skip the next 2 stitches, and single crochet in this chain 2 space. Okay, then we're going to chain 3. Okay, now we're working on this side here. We're going to make our corner, skip the next 2 stitches, double crochet 2 together, and now chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then go right into this next stitch here and do a double crochet 2 together, and then chain 3, single crochet in the chain 2 space, then chain 3, double crochet these 2 together, then chain 3, double crochet the next 2. Oh, there's our chain of 3 here. We're almost done. So double crochet these 2 together, and then chain 3. And then slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round right in here. Slip stitch, then chain 1, cut that yarn, pull that through, and pull tight. Now you can see here we have all this yarn here. We could just pull that back. Just like that. And there we have piece number 4 attached. Awesome! So now what I need you to do is just rewind this and make repeat pieces 3 and 4, okay, as many times as you want. I am going to have a total of 7 across the top and 7 across the bottom, so that'll be a total of 14 squares. When I am finished, okay, so we're just going to repeat, just make, you know, keep repeating rounds 1 through 6 and then attach with round 7 exactly how I showed you. I'm not going to show you again. You can just rewind this and see pieces 2 and 3 and just keep adding and adding and adding. And then once you have as many as you want, however big you want to make this, like I said, I'm going to do 7 total across, so 14 squares total. And once I have them all attached and everything is all done, we'll come back and we'll make a border. Alright, welcome back. I have all of my squares all attached here. So I have 14 in total, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, okay? And all the measurements and everything for this at this point will be in the blog, so you can check that out if you're interested in learning measurements and everything. But like I said earlier, you can go, you know, 3 up and however many across you want to, just by repeating that 2 and 3 attachment and everything all the way across. So now we can go on to making the border. For the border, you can start in any corner, so I'm just going to grab this corner here in a chain 6 space, and we are going to hook on our yarn and pull that through, and then we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3, and that is going to count as a double crochet. So in this first corner, we are going to put, in each corner you want to put 4 double crochet, chain 2, and 4 double crochet. So the this one counts as 1, so yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, that's our double crochet. So there's 1 and 2, here's 3, and 4. And then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we are going to put 4 more double crochet in that space. 1, here's 2, here's 3, and 4. Now, in each chain 3 space across, we are only going to put 3 double crochets in each chain 3 space. And in each of these spaces here, when you get to a corner that looks like this where they're attached, we're only putting 3 in here and 3 in here. So hop to this one right here after the corner and just put 3 double crochets. Oopsie. Let's get my yarn attached here. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and if you want to, you can chain 1, but you don't have to. I'm not going to chain 1. I'm just going to jump into the next chain 3 space and put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3. Then hop to the next and put 3 in there. 1, 2, and 3. I'm doing it faster because double crochets, that we've done so many in this project already, so I'm sure you know how to do a double crochet by now. So we're just putting 3 in each of these spaces. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now we're at this corner here. We're just going to put 3 in there. 1, 2, and 3. And then hop right to this next one here and just put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now we're working on the square. So you can see here, this is what it looks like so far. So in each corner, we're going to put 4 double crochet, chain 2, and 4 double crochet. And then in each chain 3 space across, and in this section here, only put 3 double crochets in there. All the way across now, we're just putting 3 double crochets until we get to the corner, and we're going to put those 4 double crochet, chain 2, and 4 double crochet. So this round is fairly simple. I'm just going to do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for the next round. Alright, just finished this round here. We're going to slip stitch to the first chain up 3, which is right here. 1, 2, 3. Just go in there, and then yarn over and pull through, and pull through. Okay, so that was round 1 of the border. Now you can see here, in each corner we put 4 double crochet, chain 2, and 4 double crochet, and then in each chain 3 space we put 3 double crochets until this very next corner, and we have the 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet. So just make sure you did that all the way around. Your piece should start to straighten out, and we are going to do just one more basic double crochet border on this piece for round 2. So let's chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and just put 1 double crochet in each stitch. Now this chain up 3 counts as a stitch, so it's basically worked into this chain up 3 here. So let's hop into this one here and double crochet and double crochet into each stitch, and then in the corners we're going to actually put 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and then chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. Okay, that's the border, or that's for round 2 of the border. 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the chain 2 corner spaces. And then we're just going to put 1 double crochet into each stitch. Okay, for a very simple round here, just very simple and clean edge. So I'm just going to double crochet into each stitch all the way around, and in the corners put 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And then when I come back all the way around, I'll meet you up and we'll fasten this off. Alright, I just double crocheted all the way around, so we're going to slip stitch to this beginning, chain up 3 right here, just go into that, yarn over, pull through, and we can fasten off. Now if you want to make this bigger, you can continue on just repeating round 2 of the border. Just double crochet in each stitch and then put 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in the corners, but I'm just cutting my yarn, so I chained 1, cut that, pulling it through, and then pulling that tight, and then we're going to grab our yarn needle and we're going to sew in all of the extra ends that we have lying out. So just make sure to grab your yarn needle, yarn your needle, and then go underneath the stitches, similar to how I showed you earlier in this video when we were sewing in some of those ends. Just sew in those ends, stretch it out, and then cut the extra. Just be extra careful with your scissors. That's all I'm saying here. So I'm just gonna sew in this one too real fast. But there you have it. Our beautiful jewel tone lotus wrap is complete. Now if you want to, you can block this piece. Just stretch it out on a towel or on a mat, and then just pin it down in its shape, and then spray it with some water and let it dry, and it should keep its shape very nicely. So there it is. How beautiful. Thank you so much for watching and learning how to make this wrap with me today. This was so much fun, and I just love how the yarn changes colors. Oh my gosh, it's so fabulous. So check out the blog, check out my Facebook and Instagram. Share this on Facebook and Instagram, #YARNutopia, so I can see your beautiful wraps. I'd like to see what colors you come up with. And while you're on my blog, make sure to support YARNutopia. On the sidebar, there is that support button. Now you can support YARNutopia after you make your fabulous wrap. So have a great day, everyone, and as always, happy hooking!